My current obsession is Palo Santo. Welcome to the video, everyone. I look so woo-woo right now, but I don't even care. Stunning! It smells so good. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Getting rid of any bad energy. We're setting the space. I swear I'm not that woo-woo. It's just like I'm really into this right now because it smells so good. I'm feeling great. And if you're wondering what I do on Tuesdays at 8 p.m., this is it. I wouldn't want it any other way. I'm all clean. I went to my workout today. Didn't feel like putting on makeup. Put on these little eye patches. I have missed chatting with you guys. I want to be like even more real with y'all. Like I feel like I'm good at making my life look like way more lit and exciting than it actually is. That's the beauty of editing, right? Is like we want it to show the best moments. That's a good editor. Like I'm like I'm a decent editor, but I want to share more of my personality with y'all because I feel like my podcast, I get conflicted on there sometimes because it is called Making Moves, so I kind of want to go into like my business side. Why did my voice just crack? Side. That's just what I sounded like. I feel like the conversation always ends up being a little businessy over there, but on here is very personal. Imagine like matching with me on Hinge and then looking me up on YouTube and then seeing this. Like I would be terrified. Honestly, I just deleted my Hinge, so who fucking cares? I wanted to answer some questions. So let's just, get into it, baby. What has been the biggest thing you've learned this year? Oh, that's a great question. I'm really trying to think. I feel like a few things. Traveling is the best form of education and like medicine and inspiration. Like literally traveling's the fucking best. I love it and it's good for me and I should always say yes to it. I feel like I've really paid attention this year to like who actually checks up on me and like wants to be in my life and wants to be my friend. Like the people I talk to almost every day, it's just not who I talked to every day last year, which like sucks, but also is awesome. What else have I learned? You don't need to go to everything to have fun. Like you can have fun alone. I actually think it's a lot more powerful once you find out how fun it is to be alone, because if you can entertain yourself doing nothing, then like you can entertain anyone. Sally Dar just sent me a photo of Taylor Swift with a polo hat and red lip. God, I love you. She goes, thought you would appreciate. I've also learned that I don't need to have alcohol to have fun, which I feel like I sound like a broken record saying that, but it's true. How do you trust after having your trust broken? That's like a great question. I don't really know because I've never been cheated on that I know of, and I feel like that would really fuck me up. I'm the type of person that would rather believe someone wholeheartedly and believe in the best than think the opposite. I would always rather be optimistic over pessimistic every single day, even if that means I get hurt, because getting hurt sucks, but that means you care and you have emotions, and I think that's a really beautiful thing. Why is getting a job post-grad the hardest thing ever? I feel like this isn't talked about enough. I think it's especially hard because of the recession right now, and honestly, like a lot of my influencer friends, including myself, like I feel like this has been like one of my slowest years deal wise. I would assume the same thing goes for trying to find jobs. Like it's just hard. So many of my friends are getting laid off, especially in tech and like newer startups and stuff. Few things. If you can't get a job right now and you're trying, one, if you have the means to, you can hold out to find your dream job. And that's amazing. Like it's a great year to go travel or do one of those like gap year situations. I think like traveling and doing like a volunteer program or like being a camp counselor is like great experience, and I feel like you learn a lot of life lessons, and I don't feel like it's a waste of a year. I feel like some people are like gap years are a waste of a year. I don't think gap years are. I also think if you can't do that, then find another job in the meantime, like in service or in retail, and then consistently grind on like your side hustle or your dream job or your content creation or applying on LinkedIn. You really do have to be aggressive though. Like I remember when I was applying to corporate jobs and stuff, I was aggressive as hell, like just to get my resume looked at or just to get an interview. I don't know. I hope that this encourages you that like everyone's been in your boat, and it's like very rare for someone to have a job lined up like that. No one really talks about it, but it is hard finding a job, especially one that you want, because your job is like your life, and you want it to be something you like because you're doing it probably the most hours out of the day other than sleeping. Favorite skincare products at the moment? Oh my god, I'm so into skincare right now. I really love the Summer Fridays Cloud moisturizer. It's like the blue jar. I love these under eye patches. They're from Amazon. I love the Tatcha water cream. I've been loving the Rhode milk shit. I don't know what it is. I feel like it's nice on the skin and doesn't break me out. How do you handle workouts and hair wash schedule? Honestly, great fucking question. Honestly, I personally would rather get my workouts in than like worry about my hair. Sometimes that means I have to wash it like 3 to 4 times a week. Sometimes my ideal situation is washing it only 2 times a week, but this week I've already washed it like I think 4 times. I would say just try and be strategic with like when are your glam days. So for me, that would be like a filming day, a going on a date, a dinner. Like I try and plan my hair washing schedule around then. And then even if I have a dinner or like a girlfriend dinner or like even a date, like I'll wear my hair in a slick back bun. Normally I don't do that on like the first date, but like second or third date I will. A slick back bun or just like an updo in general can look really, really chic, and it's really easy to do and you don't have to have your hair washed. I would say try and master the slick back bun because that has saved my life. How do you make such good content and get your ideas? This is from Steph J. Hong. First of all, thank you so much. That's really sweet of you. That's so funny that you say that because like sometimes I'm like, yeah, that was such a good idea and it performed well, but sometimes I'll be like, that was such a good idea and then it flopped. Or I'm like, this is shitty and then it like goes viral. I don't know. Like I'm like, what is a good idea? I just try and make shit I'm proud of. Like, of course I try and like keep up with the trends and do shit like that, but I would say at least like once a day or like a couple times a week, I try and make a few pieces of content that I really fucking enjoy or I am proud of and I think that it resonated with me and hopefully it'll resonate with others. But I think the best content truly is just what you think is cool. And like how I brainstorm is most of the time it's in my journal. I've been forcing myself to do morning pages, which is something I'm obsessed with. It's basically where you write 3 whole pages. I still haven't done it today, but 3 whole pages in a journal. And y'all, it's like kind of hard, but I feel so good afterwards. And a lot of times if I don't know what to write about, I'll just like brainstorm. And I think the key to brainstorming is not having any filter in your head, like at all. I think allowing your brain to be like as creative and as free as possible when it comes to brainstorming, that really helps me. And then figuring out the logistics and all of the little things and details, the nitty gritty later on. I feel like it's very rare once you become an adult to use your imagination fully, and that's something I try and tap into. I think also a lot of times I'll like write out the things I'm obsessed with and try and make content based around it. So like football season, I fucking love sports and I would love to host little interviews or like do things with the NFL. I would love to work with the NFL. So it's like, okay, how do I make content about that? But how do I make content that is girly and for my audience and fun and something that I would actually watch? Because there are like sports podcasts out there that I would not give a fuck about, but there is an audience out there that wants to learn or wants to be a part of it or like wants to relate in some capacity. So I would suggest writing the things you love in your life and then figuring out how you make content about it. Everyone's wanting to know about what I think about Kylie and Timothy. Honestly, I'm shocked. He must have like an insane amount of swag or something, because I'm gonna be honest, like I do not find him to be attractive like the girlies do. I prefer more of like a Michael B. Jordan type. Honestly, I'm happy for her because I'm sure it's a fresh breath of air. I mean, I don't know Travis Scott at all and I obviously don't know Kylie, but like him not knowing her dog's name in that GQ interview like definitely rubbed me the wrong way and made me sad for her, because I'm like, if I was dating this like big ass rapper and we had a daughter and he like didn't know one of my dog's names, like that would be so embarrassing. Her life is so intense, like I can't even imagine it, and it's probably so hard to connect with literally anyone. So I'm happy for her. And you know what? I'm happy that she's getting to experience a different type of guy. Like, I feel like her past 2 boyfriends, Travis and Tyga, like, I feel like Timothy Chalamet, I hope, treats her right and makes her happy. I feel like he's the type of guy, he like seems like a 4 on the Enneagram. He seems like he would notice like the little things and like kind of be artsy. I just picture him being like intense and like romantic, and I just can't imagine like Tyga or Travis Scott doing that. I love Kylie. I really do. And if she's happy, I'm happy. How do you feel about Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner divorce? Honestly, I'm so sad. They're one of those couples that just I never thought I had to worry about. Just goes to show you never know what's going on. And photos and social media don't mean shit. Face skincare / health and wellness product right now. Body oil and lotion. There's this one body oil I just got from Mara Beauty. I love my Skinny Confidential ice roller. I also have been loving the Kate Somerville body scrub. I just emptied a bottle of that. Favorite sneakers? Honestly, probably my high top platform Converse. Love them. I am looking for a new sneaker though, so let me know if y'all have any suggestions. I just feel like I want something that's a little more elevated than a Converse. Favorite nail color for the fall? Honestly, I still fuck with a red nail. Actually, for the fall, I do like a navy blue. Maybe I'll do that next because navy blue is fun. What book are you currently reading? Ooh, The Nightingale. I'm excited to read it tonight. It is a historical fiction book, and apparently it makes you cry, and apparently it's amazing. It's about World War II. My friend Liza recommended it. I trust her. Advice on being a down bitch but don't have down friends. I think you just have to find one friend that's another down bitch with you, or you can go and just make your own friends. I always love the challenge, you know? If I am going somewhere solo, I'm like, you know what? The worst that can happen is I don't find anyone to talk to and I turn right around and go home. What do you like better, college football or NFL? Definitely the NFL. What are your 3 non-negotiables you have for your morning routine? Drink a whole glass of water, make my bed, and journal and work out. But sometimes the journaling and workout happens later on. In the morning, definitely drink a glass of water and then I guess make my bed. How do you get over someone you never officially dated? Honestly, just think about them jumping up and down at like a Nickelback concert. Just like picture them doing that and then you'll get over them. If you could be any color, what would it be besides red? I feel like an aquamarine blue because I am such like a summery mermaid, dolphin lover, water baby, and that color makes me really fucking happy. Top 3 bucket list destinations: Australia, Switzerland, Turks and Caicos, Spain, Tahoe. I want to go there. Jackson Hole, Wyoming. This is so random, but it actually is pissing me off how bothered some girls are about Brianna Chicken Fry and Zach Bryan dating. Like, if you're jealous, just say it, you know? I feel like she works her ass off. She's funny. I love that she like best friends with Grace and like her hometown friends. That's such a green flag to me. And she's honestly been really fucking nice every time I've talked to her. And like, not in like a fake way. I feel like she's just still herself, but she has always given me the time of day and I'm happy for her. And the fact that she's dating Zach Bryan, that'd be like me dating literally Michael B. Jordan. If I end up dating Michael B. Jordan, y'all better be fucking happy for me. And it's always girls. I'm like, why are y'all giving her such shit? I just feel like I need to defend her and I don't even know her, but like, I feel bad for her because it's ridiculous. If a guy pulled the same shit she did, people wouldn't give a fuck. That shit really gets me heated for no reason. How to be confident in talking to people / asking questions. I blink / stutter. Okay, I think the first thing you need to do, which is so much easier said than done, is like get the fuck out of your own head. No one gives a fuck or is thinking about what you're doing. Everyone's thinking about themselves. Think of this saying like, picture everyone in their underwear. Like for you, it sounds like you need to do that. Just get the conversation off of you. Like have your 3 go-to questions. My 3 favorite questions to ask when I'm in a conversation with someone I don't know what to say are, do you have any trips coming up that you're looking forward to? And most people do. It could be a trip the next day or it could be a trip in literally 6 months. Like people always have something they're going to. Another question that I love to ask is, do you have any siblings? Where are you from? Are there any good shows you're watching right now? Or be like, have you seen Suits? Because that's a show I'm really into right now, so I could talk about that forever. Ask them a question if they've seen like a show that you really like and then you can just talk about that. Dating tips. Honestly, I don't know. I'm like sick and tired of dating right now. Also, I just deleted my Hinge because honestly, it's been fucking sucking. Like my algorithm. I hardly like go on dates from Hinge. I feel like I mostly go on them from Raya, which is like, I don't know. I feel like that's pretty rare. I guess the best dating tip I have right now is ask yourself, would you date you right now? Because I feel like I'm getting to that point, like where I would. I feel like I'm getting to the point where I'm the best version of myself, but I'm not there yet. Like I still want to push myself hard in the gym. I still want to get more toned. I still want to be eating healthier, waking up earlier, posting better content. I don't know. I just want to be the best version of myself before I meet my person. And I only want them to add value to my life. So think about that. Like, would you date you right now? And if you wouldn't, then what would you work on? Or what would you want your partner to work on? Because I don't feel like it's fair for me to have expectations for my partner if I'm not even doing the same. Favorite app at the moment? Honestly, TikTok. I fuck with TikTok heavily. Favorite Taylor Swift album? Reputation. Favorite fall activity? Honestly, football. I love football games. I like the apple shit when it comes to fall. I'm not really a pumpkin girly. Like, I don't give a fuck about pumpkin spice. I'm so sorry. When it comes to fall shit I like are like bonfires, I guess apple cider, and then football. What's your favorite guilty pleasure food? Probably pizza and ice cream. Love me some lactose. Current obsession. Honestly, health and wellness and like taking care of myself and staying in and alone time. Like I'm obsessed with alone time, obsessed with Palo Santo, obsessed with calling my girlfriends that lift me up, and just like having a clean house. Like I'm obsessed with simple things right now. I'm obsessed with the fact that such like little minuscule things make me happy. And I feel like there was a time like last year where I was not appreciating the little things at all. Now it's the little things that make me so fucking happy, and it feels like full circle, and it feels like I've done some really good work on myself, and I'm like proud of myself for like being grateful that I get to stay home and like enjoy the company of my own skin, I guess. I'm also obsessed with working out. I guess more so than the actual workout, like the feeling it gives me. Nothing makes me feel more powerful than getting my ass up out of bed at the crack ass of dawn, crushing a workout, and like coming home and having that all done, showered, skincare on, and ready to go by the time other people are waking up. Like I genuinely, I'm being dead ass right now, like I feel better than other people. I'm not saying I am, I'm just saying I do feel that way because I feel unstoppable, and it feels like you're like the outlier. I also feel that way when I take the stairs instead of the escalator at a airport. Like those two things have the same energy in my head. How to turn a side hustle into a main hustle. I feel like the obvious answer is a side hustle turns into your main hustle once you start making more money than the other thing you were doing full time. I think also just how time consuming things are, like paying attention to how much time you spend on your side hustle versus your main hustle. If you want to turn your side hustle into a main hustle, I would make a goal when you want to do that by and work backwards. And if you make little goals along the way and hit them, then like you'll be there before you know it. You can do anything you put your mind to. Like the fact that I'm a full-time content creator and live in this apartment and live in downtown Los Angeles, like my little Bloomington, Indiana girl self with parents who have normal ass jobs, like this was not in the cards for me. I always imagined myself doing it. It just was hard to believe that it would actually be real life. Even like a year ago, I wouldn't be able to believe you if you told me that I would be like full-time doing this by myself. Like it is such a fucking privilege to have the job that I do and do the things that I do every day. Like the fact that I can go to my workout literally in the middle of the day. Like I went to a noon workout class today. What the fuck? That is such a privilege. Like the fact that I can come home and unpack immediately and like go to my workout class and like go grocery shopping and like do all those things is such a privilege to me, because like for basically my entire life, but especially like these past 5 years and the 4 years I had like my full-time job, I was busting my ass and I did not have time to like take care of myself in the ways that I do now. The fact that I can go to the grocery store and leisurely shop, and I have the money to try a new item, and I have the money to even go to Whole Foods, like that's fucking mind-boggling to me. Like I used to not be able to afford Whole Foods, or I would only go there for like 1 or 2 items. I don't know how I got on this subject, but all that to say is that you can put your mind towards anything, and you gotta start in the journal. Like I'm really big on that. You gotta start writing down your goals, manifesting, visualizing like where you want to be. Like right now I've been visualizing like me being a mom, being a wife, living my dream life, but like in my journal. You have to start speaking that out into existence, because that's where it starts. Guys, I'm a little worried because I DM'd a shit ton of people I want to have on my podcast today, and like a lot of people that I've been like putting off because I've been scared to reach out to, and literally no one has responded. It was only a couple of hours ago, but yeah, it stresses me out a little doing that, but I'm just gonna act like I don't care. And you know what? I'm proud of myself for trying, because the worst that they can say is no, and at least I asked. How to not get overwhelmed by your 20s. I think the main thing you have to remember is that like literally everyone's in the same boat, and your 20s are quite literally for you to figure out what the fuck you like as a person and what you don't like as a person. That's literally what your 20s are for. When it comes to dating, working, eating, sleeping, workouts, like literally everything, friends, it's for you to figure out what the fuck you like versus what you don't like. Once you think about that, it shouldn't be that overwhelming. Celeb man crush right now. Honestly, this football player, but I don't want to say his name. Who are some creators you're loving lately? Definitely Brianna Chicken Fry. I don't know, I've just been fucking with her lately. I mean, I love Alex Cooper. Oh, Xandra. love her. I obviously love Devin Lee Carlson. Oh my god, I love that guy. His name's Leo, like Skeppy, I think is his last name. I love his podcast. I did a TikTok where I was like, hey guys, who should I have on Making Moves? And everyone was like, Leo, 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 Leo. So I went and creeped on him. And actually some of my friends had told me about him too. So I was like, I gotta fucking listen. And I like binged a bunch of his podcasts, and I literally was listening one this morning. I fucking love him. He's like so real, and he has such good points, and he's like motivating. I just really like his podcast. He's a really good podcaster. I love Ken Urich. I love Monet. Oh, Hannah Berner. I fucking love Hannah Berner. Alexa J. I love her. Oh, I like this Barstool girl. She's like a new Barstool girl. Her name's Mooby on TikTok, but she like always calls herself Jim. But I fuck with her. Oh my god, Avery Woods and Emily Kaiser. I'm obsessed with them on TikTok. I want them to come on my podcast. Oh, I also love Makeup by Shayla. Anyway, that's the 411. I love y'all so much. Be sure to follow my podcast YouTube channel. Leave us 5 stars on the Apple and Spotify rating. Leave us a review. I would be so fucking grateful if you did that. Comment down below any guests you want me to have on the podcast. I was just doing a bunch of guest outreach today. And honestly, like on the Making Moves TikTok, if you don't mind, like tag the guests you want to come on, because that like I feel like really helps. Y'all listening to my podcast just like it warms my heart, and it means so much to me. It seriously does. I'm just so grateful that y'all listen. I love you guys. Be sure to make someone else's day this week. Peace.